Hey Scorpio, welcome to Divine Conversations. My name is Eric. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, welcome. It is very nice to meet you. And if you're returning, go, what's up guys? Welcome to your Spirit monthly messages. Please keep in mind that time is an illusion, energies are fluid. Just because this is dated for July of 2020, it doesn't mean that it absolutely has to resonate with you at that time. Whenever you're guided to watch a reading and it resonates for you, then that's the message for you in that moment. I would always recommend that if you're going back in the archives that you pay attention to the title of the reading and not the date, okay? Because the title is going to give you a sense of like what the reading may mean for you and whether it will resonate for you or not. Also keep in mind that this is a general reading, right? So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, let's dive into this. Now, Scorpio, here's the thing, because well, I did your love reading first, which is over on Patreon. If you want to see the love reading, go ahead and check it out. Follow me on Patreon, $7 a month. You get all the love readings plus a bunch of other great stuff. But it's interesting because when I first dove into your energy, I was like really excited. I was like, ooh, okay, what's going on for Scorpio right now? Because something feels like it's really about to pop off, right? But in a good way. And then we got into that love reading and I was like, ooh, all the tea was spilled. Like, check it out, y'all. Spirit is coming, the universe is coming for everybody and their mama right now. All right? Like everybody and their mama, their papa, their sister, their brother, their auntie, uncle, everybody. Okay, Spirit is not playing with us right now. So things are real cutthroat, I'm hearing cut and dry, set in stone, whatever. But now, for you, Scorpio, now I understand why I got so excited, because I have your pre-shuffle here. And the first two cards that I saw were the Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups. And I was like, oh shit. Somebody is confronting a hive mind situation. Somebody is confronting either a family member or a group of family members, or maybe a lover or a friends group, some sort of communal hive, and somebody is confronting them about it. 222 on the counter. Somebody is setting the record straight, or at least is taking an effort to set themselves free from some sort of hive mind mentality. And that was the first thing I felt when I saw this Knight of Swords and Three of Cups. Okay, and as soon as because I was clearing my decks after I did the love reading, and as soon as I set the intention to get your pre-shuffle, this immediately popped out, these two cards. And I had to stop for a second and be like, ooh, is this really the message? And Spirit was like, yup, keep shuffling. I was like, oh, okay. And then all this shit fell out. We have the Seven of Wands, Strength, the Ace of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Pentacles, coupled with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles on the other side of the table. So this is, I just heard setting the record straight again. Someone is really getting up the cojones, the balls, to stand up for themselves, to stand up for what they know is right, to put forth some really strong boundaries, maybe even stronger boundaries than you have ever put up in your life before. Because Scorpio, you are still a water sign. And while you are maybe the strongest, most resilient, most vindictive, we'll call it, water sign of all three, you're still a water sign. So sometimes you can have shit for boundaries too. So for some of you, you're putting up boundaries that you've never put up before. But it's creating a situation from your knowledge, from your intrinsic understanding, that you know, in which flies in the face of whatever this hive mind mentality has been shoving down your throat for God knows how long. You standing up in this truth is providing you with an opportunity to set the record straight. I just heard to move on or to build a better life for yourself. And here you have the Seven of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. Things might be really confusing right now, okay? You may really be losing what you considered to be your support system. That's something that I'm picking up too. But check it out, you guys. If these people around you, or whatever this situation is, if it's destructive, if it's negative, if it's toxic, and if you, in standing up for the truth and standing up for what you know is right and holding your own and being strong, if this causes them to fight back in any sort of way, to try and stop you, to try and bring you down, to try and gaslight you and make you feel like you're crazy or some shit like that, then that was not a support system you needed to begin with. And that is a hard lesson to learn. But you, in this lack of clarity, we'll call it, because the tower is coming down here, okay? And so the dust has to settle. The tower may not even be fully, may not have fully fallen yet. The tower may still be in the process of coming down. And that's just going to kick up more and more and more dust and debris. You don't care. You're still going to fight through it. You're still going to work through it consistently to build your new foundation, to build your new future. And let me tell you something, Scorpio. At the bottom of the deck here, you have none other than the 9 of motherfucking cups. Gone with your bad self. That's right. You deserve it. You've earned it. There's a little bit of smugness in there. But you know what? I'm okay with it. You have every right to be smug. You have every right to, for a hot second, see where you are compared to where they are and be like, bye. You know what I'm saying? I know that's right, Scorpio. Okay, cool. So, let me reshuffle here and reset, and then we're going to get into the rest of this reading here for you, yeah? So keep in mind, guys, I do this reading. Yep, the Fool just popped out. Look at that. Look at you, Scorpio. Okay. Oh, okay, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, Spirit. Come on. Can we not, please? Let me just get into the rest of the reading. But because they're trying to throw out all these other cards. I'm like, just save it for the reading, damn it. And they're like, oh, okay, fine. There are extra messages, but you know what? I'm not trying to do that right now. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to yell at you. Okay, so I want you guys to keep in mind that I do these readings in 2 parts. The first part is going to remain here on YouTube, but then the second part is going to go over to Patreon. All right, part 2. And if you would like to get in on the Patreon, or if you'd like to get on the part 2 for Patreon, $5 a month, you get access to all the part 2s of the Spirit Monthlies. $7 a month, you get access to everything that I'm doing right now over on Patreon, okay? So, keep that in mind. And also, I normally close these readings with oracle guidance, but I don't have all my decks right now because they're still in transit from New York. I just recently moved to Puerto Rico. If you're new to my channel, that's my deal. I moved from Brooklyn to Puerto Rico, and I love it. And channeling has been spitfire because of it. Like, it's kind of scary sometimes, but I don't have all my oracle decks, so I'm not going to be able to close this with an oracle card to close out the reading, which ultimately would be in part 2 anyway. But just keep that in mind, okay? All right, kids, let's get into it. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for all Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for the month of July 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, guys, 3 shuffles. And you know what? The whole time that I was channeling that, or I was taking a moment to, like, connect, I was looking back at that Knight of Swords and the 3 of Cups, man, and y'all, some of y'all are either doing it or about to let some people have it. Like, I mean have it. And in the only way, that a Scorpio can, you know? I mean, there are some other Spitfire, you know, real aggressive signs like Cancer, Aquarius, I don't know where that came from, but I meant to say Aries, you know, like some shit like that, man. But when Scorpio comes for your ass, man, remember, they're the sign of they're represented by the scorpion, right? And those scorpion stingers, some of those scorpion stingers, like in real life, real talk, some of those are lethal, okay? They will kill you, or they can kill you. Some of them really, really can, all right? So, this might be a channeled message for somebody, but I feel like somebody here may have matured to the point where this aspect of them was a detriment to them in the past. Like, they may have popped off in the mouth at the mouth in some ways in the past that really got them into trouble with people, really did some damage to some serious, like, to some relationships in some serious ways. But now I feel like this person or you have matured to the point where you can take that aspect and use it to your advantage. I love Scorpios, man. Let me tell. I mean, I'm a Taurus in the Western chart, and I'm a Taurus sun. Taurus and Scorpio are direct opposites to each other. My very first boyfriend was a Scorpio. The sex was great. Everything else between us was shit, right? But like as a friend, I love Scorpios. And I can tend to be like dark, you know, I got that dark wit about me and blah, blah, blah. And I can roll, I can hang, you know what I'm saying? But man, do I love me some Scorpio energy. So, okay, but you know, more power to you, man. If you're in a position right now where you're really letting some people have it because they're really being fucking stupid, Lord help them. Lord help them, Scorpio. I'm going to give this 2 more shuffles. Last one, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the month of July 2020. All right, let's cut the deck. Boop. There it is. All right, overall energy for you, Scorpio. We're starting you off with Temperance. And Scorpio, this came out in your love reading, all right? And what Scorpio is, what Temperance is representing here for you is finding balance, peace, and harmony. Now, in some cases, y'all Scorpios are probably being a little bit aggressive, and Spirit is kind of saying here, yeah, okay, we recognize that. It's part of the Scorpio energy, but we would kind of recommend that you be a little softer about it. I don't know, you know, that just might make things a little easier for you in the long run, but hey, you know, do what you want, honey. We're not, you know, you do have free will, right? All right, but ultimately, what's happening in your life right now is a process of balancing and a process of harmonizing. And in some cases, yes, this can get very volatile because the energies are not a match, right? And think about chemistry, like in the physical 3D world, real chemistry, you mix certain substances together, man, and you could have an explosion that would level a whole city, right? Okay, this is kind of one of those situations here, but just keep that in mind. No matter what's happening for you, Scorpio, and no matter how it's actually panning out, keep in mind that it's all really truly happening. The real purpose of this is to find balance and harmony. I'm also hearing re-alchemizing, okay? Underneath Temperance, you have the 10 of Pentacles because a cycle is complete. A lesson has been learned, and now you're ready to graduate. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the counter. You see? Ooh, Scorpio. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the counter. Yeah, you follow through with the steps. You learned the lesson. I just heard the understanding is underneath your belt, and now you're ready to graduate. Regardless of how that may look in the physical realm, you have been going through the steps systematically all along. Okay, and now it's paying off. Underneath yes, Scorpio, underneath the 10 of Pentacles is the Ace of Wands. And this also came out in your love reading. There's a fire has been lit under somebody's ass. And now I'm seeing this Ace of Wands as, okay, there is some sort of sexual energy there, but keep in mind that sexual energy is creative energy, okay? And that sexual energy could be directed towards a certain individual that is helping you, maybe even if in an energetic way, maybe it's your twin flame, maybe I don't know if you resonate with that, that you resonate with that, but from this point of view, it would be the masculine here, and the feminine is really helping the masculine, and the masculine may feel very sexually aroused, very sexually attracted to the feminine, but this is really just the creative energetic dance between the twins, or it's just your inner energetic creative energy. Sexual energy is creative energy. But I'm really reading the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands as a new creative venture. Okay? Underneath the Ace of Wands, okay, good. We're going from the Ace of Wands to the 2 of Wands. So now, Scorpio, you are in a place right now where you have got to make a decision. And this Temperance energy here is helping you balance the scales, calm the waters, re-alchemize your life, re-alchemize yourself so that you can have the best knowledge that you need under your belt to now move forward with this new creative venture that you are being faced with, guided towards, influenced towards, whatever, however you want to say it, okay? Ooh, water. All right, so with all of that said, First set of, oh gosh, I'm spilling water everywhere, y'all, everywhere. First set of surrounding energies for you, Scorpio. In the first half of your reading, you have the Four of Pentacles. And with this, I heard it's time to let go. You know what? Some of you are spinning your wheels here, trying to figure out if you'll be able to take certain people with you, certain objects with you. And at this point, Scorpio, Spirit is literally just saying to you, honey, just let it all go. Just let it all go. Just drop it. Take your hands off of it. Don't hold on to it so much anymore. Because if it's meant to come with you, if it can come with you, it will come with you. But it will only come with you if that is, whatever that it is that you're holding on to, is in vibrational alignment, can harmonize with this new level, this new aspect, this new realm that you're moving into, this new life that basically you're creating for yourself. And some of this volatility here that's coming up for you guys is you being a fixed sign. Okay, you are a fixed sign. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, it doesn't matter. It's still a fixed energy. You're trying desperately to hold on to certain elements that don't belong in the next cycle anyway, or don't fit in the next cycle anyway. I did just see 555 on the counter. And the more you try and hold on to this, the more you try and fight for something to remain the way it is or to stick with you, the more volatile the situation is going to become, until it just erupts so much that the damage is irreparable. Don't want to do that. Four of Pentacles is coupled with, there it is again, the Three of Cups, that hive mind mentality. Now, some of you actively are releasing this. Now, my cards are not reversed. They only come out reversed is if I'm doing a free shuffle and they fly out and they fall reversed, and I'm guided to take it that way. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you're still holding on this Four of Pentacles. This very well could be you are in the process of letting this go. Now, it can mean that in the past you were very much holding on to this, but you needed to see clearly for yourself. And I understand that. As a Taurus, I'm a fixed sign as well. I'm a Taurus sun, okay? So, and that's in the Western chart. In the Eastern chart, I'm an Aries sun, which makes so much sense. But also, Taurus makes a good amount of sense for me too, in the sense that I need something to be absolutely proven, point blank, without a shadow of a doubt, that this is not beneficial any longer. Like this is not going to work out in the way that we intend it to. Once and it'll be a struggle to get me to let go of something until I reach that point. But trust me, baby, once I reach that point, man, I am gone. So fast, it's almost as if I was never there. Right? So that's what you're dealing with right now, Scorpio. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. Second set of surrounding energies for you, Scorpio, in the first half of your reading, you have, ooh, look, the Ten of Cups now. Spirit is saying this is what you're heading towards. This is what we are leading you to. That's what they are saying. That's what this, so if you were unaware at this, up until now, this spark of creation, this new adventure that you're embarking upon is leading you towards the Ten of Cups, or your ultimate wish fulfillment. Ten of Cups is coupled with the Page of Pentacles. Oh my God, Scorpio. Yes, honey. You really are leveling up, man. Manzu, honey baby boob doo chow. You are leveling up. You have, in many cases, you've already leveled up. And that level up is apparent in a certain form of emotional what is that? Oh, it's just water, Eric. Emotional responsibility. Because it takes emotional responsibility for you to be in a position to let go of what the hive mind says is right for you, when you know, in fact, that it's not. Okay. Your challenge in the first half of your reading here, Scorpio. Oh. Whoa. Okay, Ten of Swords. Your challenge right now is to really put the past to rest. To leave the past behind you, Scorpio. And as a fixed sign, yeah, that's going to take a good amount of work. No matter how hot, whatever this is that you've been holding on to has been, you still held on. And actually, I'm getting an image of having held on so much that now your hands are it's almost as if they are fused to this. And you just have to bite the bullet and bear the agony of just ripping your hands off of this now. You have 3 10s so far, Scorpio. 10 of Pentacles is in your overall energy. 10 of Cups is in the surrounding energies for you. And now the 10 of Swords is in your challenge. The universe is screaming at you to bring this to an end because 10s are a number of completion. And for the most part, I feel like you guys are already handling this. So it's not like I don't say that to say like, wake up, Scorpio, you should be doing this by now. I really kind of feel like you already are doing this by now. But this is a challenge. Bringing something to an end and leaving the path behind, allowing yourself to put it to rest, okay? 10 of Swords is coupled with the Emperor. Oh, yes. There's my divine masculine energy right there. There, we're talking about the masculine energy within you. We're talking about you being the master of your own domain and saying, we're done here. There is no room for anyone else's input, Scorpio. It's not their life. It's yours. Live it the way you want to. The Emperor. And put all this shit to rest. That keeps you from being your true and authentic self. That keeps you from being the divine masculine that you know you are in many cases, right? Just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. Your closing message or potential outcome in the first half of your reading here, Scorpio. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so there is a very strong message here, and this is for those of you that are divine masculine oriented, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. And if you don't really, and that's for people that are resonating on the twin flame tip. And if you don't resonate with the twin flames, don't worry about the labels. This is still a good message to hear because I do actually feel like it's quite relevant. But specifically, for those that resonate with the divine masculine orientation, the divine masculine energy, 144 on the counter. The feminine energy has a very strong message for you. We honor your sense of duty. We love that about you. It is intrinsically part of who you are. But the Queen of Pentacles says, I will not continue to facilitate you in whatever way you want me to if you are not going to keep up your end of the bargain. There will be no enabling from the Queen of Pentacles. And so the feminine has a message for you. Stop enabling other people's negativity. Stop enabling people to get their wishes on the expense of your own blood, sweat, and tears. If they're not giving back to you, if they're not reciprocating in the situation, if they're not keeping up their end of the bargain, cut them off. Because it's not worth it for you in the end. And actually, it's not even worth it for them in the end either because they're not doing any of the work that they need to do to better themselves. And here you are trying to be the best version that you can, trying to be the masculine, trying to be the man, trying to be the divine, whatever. And yet you're letting people take advantage of you. The Queen of Swords, not the Queen, well, yeah, the Queen of Swords is coming through with that, but the Queen of Pentacles is like all screw-faced. Like, how the fuck does that compute? It don't even make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that anymore, masculine. Queen of Pentacles is coupled with the Star. The Star. This is where your healing lies right now. And I feel like that might be this hive mind mentality, the biggest message in that hive mind mentality. It's like, it's that message of, well, you know, there's still your so-and-so is still your brother, it's still your mother. No, fuck that. Because if they're abusing you, they're abusing you. And they deserve to get cut the fuck off. Your healing comes into play when you allow yourself to adopt this Queen of Pentacles mentality. Baby, I will be there for you. I am your ride or die, but you have got to keep up your end of the bargain. I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to take it to, we're going to go into the second half of the reading, which is going to be on part 2 over on Patreon. Yeah. I love you guys so very, very much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. If you would like it to get your own personal reading, please don't hesitate to email me. All the information is in the description box below. And if I don't see you over on Patreon, then I hope you have a fantastic month. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading for the month of August. Yeah? Take care. Mwah! Bye.